Welcome to another episode of Well, That's Interesting on Quavertv. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic that challenges conventional beliefs about extraterrestrial life, UFOs, and the nature of spiritual beings. Buckle up, because we're about to explore some mind-bending ideas that connect ancient biblical accounts with modern phenomena. Let's start with a fundamental premise: Earth is the only place where life exists outside of heaven. This view stems directly from our understanding of biblical cosmology and the young Earth model we've discussed in previous episodes. If we accept that the Earth is enclosed within a firmament, and that the cosmos as described in the Bible is fundamentally different from the vast universe proposed by modern astronomy, then the idea of alien life on other planets becomes problematic. So, if there's no alien life out there, how do we explain the numerous reports of UFO sightings and alien encounters that have captured the public imagination for decades? The answer lies in a reinterpretation of these phenomena through a biblical lens. What many people perceive as aliens, we propose, are actually demons, fallen angels who have rebelled against Yahuwah. This idea isn't as far-fetched as it might initially sound. In fact, it aligns perfectly with biblical accounts of spiritual beings interacting with the physical world. Remember, angels in the Bible often appeared to humans in physical form. They could be mistaken for ordinary men, as in the case of the angels who visited Lot before the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. If righteous angels can manifest in this way, it's logical to assume that fallen angels, demons, would have similar abilities. Now, let's consider the descriptions of many alleged alien encounters. Often, these beings are described as humanoid but with strange, otherworldly features. They're frequently reported to have supernatural abilities, such as passing through walls or communicating telepathically. These characteristics align more closely with biblical descriptions of spiritual beings than with the idea of biological entities from other planets. Moreover, the behaviors attributed to these aliens often have more in common with demonic activity than with the actions of advanced extraterrestrial scientists. Many alien abduction accounts involve terrifying, invasive procedures. People report feeling paralyzed, unable to resist. They describe a sense of overwhelming dread or evil. These experiences bear a striking resemblance to accounts of demonic oppression or possession found in both biblical and historical records. But if these beings are demons, where do they come from? According to our understanding, they don't come from outer space as commonly believed, but from the spiritual realm, what the Bible calls the heavens. These are fallen angels who have rebelled against Yahuwah and been cast down to earth. This concept is supported by several biblical passages. In Revelation 12:9, we read, "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." This verse describes a rebellion in heaven and the subsequent expulsion of Satan and his followers to earth. Another intriguing passage is found in Genesis 6, which speaks of the sons of God coming down to earth and interacting with humans. Many interpreters believe this refers to fallen angels mating with human women, producing the Nephilim. This account suggests that spiritual beings can not only manifest physically but can also interfere directly in human affairs. Now, let's talk about UFOs. If we reject the idea of extraterrestrial visitors, how do we explain the numerous UFO sightings reported around the world? We propose two main explanations: military aircraft and spiritual phenomena. First, it's important to recognize that many governments, especially those of major world powers, have been working on advanced aircraft for decades. Much of this technology is kept secret for national security reasons. It's entirely possible that some UFO sightings are actually glimpses of these classified projects. The famous triangle-shaped UFOs, for instance, bear a striking resemblance to some theoretical designs for stealth aircraft. However, this doesn't account for all UFO phenomena, especially those that display capabilities far beyond our current technology. This is where the spiritual explanation comes into play. If demons are spiritual beings with the ability to manifest physically, it's conceivable that they could create appearances that we interpret as advanced spacecraft. Why would they do this? The answer lies in the nature of demonic activity as described in the Bible. Demons are deceivers, intent on leading humanity away from Yahuwah. By masquerading as extraterrestrial visitors, they can sow confusion and challenge faith in biblical creation. They can present themselves as advanced beings with secret knowledge, leading people away from biblical truth. This brings us to another crucial point, the role of fallen angels in human knowledge and technology. The Book of Enoch, while not part of the biblical canon, provides fascinating insights into this idea. It describes fallen angels teaching humans various skills and knowledge that Yahuwah had not intended for us to have at that time. According to this account, these fallen angels taught humans metallurgy, weaponry, cosmetics, sorcery, and astronomy, among other things. This transfer of knowledge led to a corruption of human society, contributing to the wickedness that eventually brought about the flood. This idea of forbidden knowledge raises some intriguing questions. Why would Yahuwah not want humans to have this information? One possibility is that he had a specific timeline for human development, and this premature knowledge disrupted that plan. Another interpretation is that some of this knowledge was inherently corrupting, leading humans away from dependence on Yahuwah and towards self-reliance and pride. We can see parallels in our modern world. The rapid advance of technology has brought many benefits, but it has also led to new forms of warfare, environmental destruction, and social issues. Could some of our current technology be a result of continued demonic influence, a modern-day repetition of the events described in ancient texts? This perspective sheds new light on the UFO phenomenon. If some UFOs are indeed manifestations of demonic activity, their purpose might be to continue this tradition of sharing forbidden knowledge. Many UFO encounters involve claims of receiving advanced scientific or spiritual information. This could be seen as a modern-day continuation of the fallen angel's strategy to influence human development in ways contrary to Yahuwah's plan. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for the demonic nature of alleged alien encounters is the effect of using the name of Yahushua, Jesus, during these experiences. Numerous accounts from people who believe they've been abducted by aliens report that calling on the name of Yahushua causes the experience to cease immediately. The aliens or entities flee, and the person is released from the encounter. This reaction aligns perfectly with biblical accounts of demonic encounters. Throughout the New Testament, we see demons recognizing the authority of Yahushua and fleeing at the invocation of his name. If alleged aliens react the same way, it strongly suggests that we're dealing with the same type of entities. This power in the name of Yahushua also explains why not everyone is equally susceptible to these experiences. Those with a strong faith and a close relationship with Yahuwah have a level of spiritual protection. This doesn't mean believers never encounter these phenomena, but they often have the spiritual tools to resist and overcome them. The idea of aliens as demons also helps explain the evolutionary narrative often associated with UFO encounters. Many alleged alien messages promote ideas of human spiritual evolution, suggesting that we're on the cusp of a great leap forward in consciousness. This narrative often contradicts biblical teaching about human nature, sin, and the need for salvation through Yahushua. If these entities are indeed demonic, then spreading such contradictory teachings would align with their goal of deceiving humanity. It's worth noting that the concept of extraterrestrial life poses significant theological challenges. If aliens existed, would they have souls? Would they be subject to sin and in need of salvation? How would their existence fit with the biblical account of creation and Yahushua's sacrifice? By recognizing these entities as demons rather than aliens, we avoid these theological pitfalls and maintain a consistent biblical worldview. The demonic interpretation of UFO phenomena also sheds light on why these encounters often have a traumatic, negative impact on the individuals involved. While some people report positive experiences, many others describe feelings of terror, violation, and lasting psychological trauma. This aligns more closely with what we would expect from demonic encounters than from contact with advanced, benevolent alien species. Moreover, the methods allegedly used by aliens, abduction, experimentation, involuntary examinations, were ethically questionable at best. Would truly advanced beings need to resort to such invasive and traumatic methods of study? It seems more likely that these are the actions of malevolent entities seeking to cause fear and confusion. The increase in UFO sightings and alien encounter reports over the past century could be seen as a sign of increasing demonic activity as we approach the end times described in biblical prophecy. The Bible warns that in the last days, there will be an increase in deception and false signs and wonders. The alien phenomenon could be one manifestation of this prophesied deception. It's also worth considering the broader cultural impact of belief in extraterrestrial life. This belief has spawned entire religions and philosophical movements that often draw people away from biblical faith. If demons are behind this phenomenon, then this widespread cultural shift could be seen as a successful outcome of their deception. The idea that UFOs might be military aircraft for some sightings doesn't contradict the spiritual interpretation for others. In fact, it's possible that demonic entities have influenced human technology, leading to the development of craft that might be mistaken for alien vehicles. This could be seen as an extension of the fallen angel's role in advancing human technology beyond Yahweh's intended timeline. In conclusion, when we examine the UFO and alien phenomena through a biblical lens, a compelling alternative interpretation emerges. Rather than extraterrestrial visitors, we're likely dealing with age-old spiritual entities, fallen angels or demons, manifesting in ways that resonate with our technologically advanced culture. This perspective not only aligns with biblical teaching but also provides a consistent explanation for the varied phenomena associated with UFOs and alien encounters. It explains the often negative nature of these experiences, the power of Yahushua's name in halting them, and the theological problems posed by the idea of extraterrestrial life. As we navigate this complex and often confusing topic, it's crucial to ground our understanding in biblical truth. By recognizing the spiritual nature of these phenomena, we can better equip ourselves to discern truth from deception and to stand firm in our faith. Remember, the truth is often stranger than fiction, and the reality of our world may be far more fascinating and spiritually significant than tales of alien visitors from distant planets. Keep watching the skies, but more importantly, keep your eyes fixed on Yahweh and His Word. This has been That's Interesting on Quavertv. Until next time, stay curious, stay discerning, and remember, the truth will set you free.